horses, we want to be as passive as possible. That means that in the beginning, you should just be a passenger and allow the horse to move you. And just to feel and observe how the horse is moving underneath you and how he is moving your body. And then as a passenger, you should first make sure that you're not blocking the movement of the horse. Meaning you're not holding against the movement of the horse anywhere in your body. So our first goal is to become really supple and movable so that we can not be in the way of our horse's movement. Then the second part, and this is where for me the academic art of riding really starts, is that we then analyze the horse's movement and say, he's a little bit crooked in this movement. I like to bring some more balance in the swinging of the ribs, so I'm going to do something to influence and improve the movement of my horse. So the next exercise that I would like to do with you guys, I actually prefer to do it on a little mini trampoline. If you don't have a trampoline, you can still join the exercises because it's also possible to do them just standing on the floor. So I'll start with that. And you're going to put yourself in hip width position. And you're going to find a little bounce in your knees. So this is a unilateral bounce. You see my two sides of my body are going up and down in the same movement. This would be sufficient if we would be riding kangaroos, but we're not. We're riding horses. And our horses have a bilateral movement. So actually what we need to do now is in this bounce, we need to start separating our hips. And what's really important in this, so I'm just going to do it to the side, this is the unilateral bounce, is it basically is about one knee going a little bit more down, coming a little bit more forward than the other. You see? So what we don't want to get is this. That's something else. We really want to think forward, 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 forward from our knees. Now, if you find that really hard to do with your feet standing on the ground, it's okay to actually lift up your heels. In that case, you're gonna lift up the back of one foot and then the other. So if you see it from the side, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah? So just look at the quality of my bounce when I have a straight and aligned spine. And now all I'll do is just arch my back. Do you see how it reduces directly the amount of feathering in my ankles, knees and hips? So I'm going to drop my tail. Yes. And this is just with the kangaroo bounce. So now I'm going to separate my hips and let one knee come forward, and I'll do it in the big way with lifting my heels first. So this is the easy version. Important also is to keep your weight as much in the middle as possible. So no bouncing from left to right. Yeah, keep your pelvis in the middle and just think lifting one heel and then the other. Now see what happens with me when I arch my back in this. It immediately stops the movement of my trampoline. Our horses feel that too. So I'm just going to be there relaxed and drop my tail. I'm going to turn around and do it again. So I start unilateral and knees. And you see there is a little sway in the hips, but it's not so much. So it's not this and it's not this. You keep your point of weight in the middle and you think forward from the knees. So if we do this slow, then we are training the movement patterns for a walk. And if we do it fast, we train our movement patterns for a sitting trot. Just like on the trampoline, what you can do in this position is you can move. You can use your feet to push a little bit into the table and roll up your pelvis. And then let it roll down. So basically what you think is by pushing your feet into the table or the floor or your mat, you bring your pubic bone to your nose and then you relax and you let your pubic bone roll back. Very important in this exercise is that you're not using your belly muscles to do this. Because if I tense my belly, I really stop my breathing and I'm not relaxed. So I want to do this movement with a relaxed and soft stomach. So I have to separate my hips. I let one knee and then the other knee go away from my pelvis. And again, it's not this, swooshing the tail. It really is an up and down movement, and this is why it's good to start with this unilateral roll. Feel that this movement comes all the way through your spine, and then separate your hips in this left and right. So for me, the first step is always, don't try to fix your horse, just allow the horse to move you. Make sure that you are free, flexible and supple, and that you are at least not the reason why the horse is moving crooked. And then when the crookedness really is the horse and you have analyzed that, then we go to the next phase and we try to give suggestions with our aids, with our seat, for the horse to improve his movement and his balance. Another challenge for most riders is to keep the bilateral movement in their hips, which you can see really nicely in Hanne here coming from the front. Left, right, left, right.